Welcome to Use UXML product. UXML is an easy-to-use XML data gateway to transform your data effectively. It can convert relational data into XML documents and import these documents back to relational database for data transmission on the internet. The main panel is divided into different areas. This is the system menu. You can select a menu item to perform a particular operation. This is the toolbar. Each icon on the toolbar can be used to start a frequently used operation or feature of the software. This is the Project Explorer pane for you to explore the tables that are determined from the relational database and further information of the tables in a tree structure. This is the Property Viewer pane to show the properties of an entity when you select it from the Project Explorer pane. That can show more than one internal window, and each such window is dedicated to a particular set of operations. You can resize the pane by dragging the boundary between two panes with your mouse. Before performing core operation, you need to prepare a relational database as a source database. Select Database from the System menu and then select the menu, Start Demo Database. The details of the demo database is shown in the dialog. Since UXML uses a project to maintain all details of a relational database, once the demo database is starting, you have to create a new project so that you can manipulate it. You can either select File and then select New Project item from the System menu or click the New Project icon on the System toolbar. You can see that the wizard dialog appears. For the first step of dialog, enter the project name, Demo. Then, click Next to specify the settings of the relational database for the demo database. Select the database server type, HSQLDB, and enter username, SA, and you can leave the password blank. Click Next again. The final step shows all the settings that you provided for you to confirm. If you feel comfortable with the settings, click Finish and the project is created and a new item is shown in the project. Once the project is created, you can analyze a relational database for exploring the table structures and their records. In the Project Explorer pane, right-click a particular table, such as Asset, under the Able node. Then, click Show Table Structure item. A Table Structure Viewer window appears in the working pane of UXML. In the Table Structure Viewer, you can explore the table column, foreign key setting, indices setting, and SQL/DDL statement. Show all records of a particular table. Right-click a particular table, such as Asset, under Able node. Select Show All Records item. A Table Structure Viewer window appears in the working pane of UXML. All records of table are shown in different pages with a default limit of 2,000 records for each page. Each project is associated with a relational database, and you can determine data semantics from a project, which is actually from the associated relational database. With these discovered data semantics, UXML can further construct an extended entity relation diagram. To determine data semantics, please select the desired project from which data semantics are to be discovered, and select Database, then click Discovered Data. Expand the data semantics item. You can further access to the discovered data semantics that are classified under different data semantic names. To construct an EER diagram, select the project and select Database and then select the Show EER Diagram item. UXML is not only a relation database visualizing and analysis tool, but also a handy software utility for data conversion between relational database and XML technologies. UXML can generate XML documents based on the content stored in source relational database. To export XML document without data semantics, right-click a particular table under Table node and select Export as XML. The Export Table as as XML dialog appears. The first step is to specify the topmost element. For the Select Tables as Topmost Element step, select Raft in the drop-down list box and leave the With Related Table as Child Element checkbox checked. Click Next. For the Specify Exported Destination step, you can specify the XML document to be exported based on your previous selections. For the exported XML document, you can specify the schema. For example, in the XML schema settings, select XML with external XSD. Click Finish. You see that the XML document and XSD file are generated and shown in working pane. To export an XML document with data semantics, right-click a particular table under Table node and select Export as XML. The Export Table as XML dialog appears. You can use the first step to specify the topmost element. Select Raft in the drop-down list box and leave the With Related Table as Child Element, with Advanced Semantics and with Entire Categorization Relation checkboxes checked. For the Specify Exported Destination step, you can specify the XML document to be exported based on your previous selections. For the exported XML document, you can specify the schema. For example, in the XML schema settings, select XML with external XSD. Click Finish. The system will generate the XML document, the corresponding XSD file and XML tree model for the required root entity by selecting the Related tab. Before importing the content of an XML document to relational database, you need to prepare a target database. To prepare such database, you can firstly prepare a SQL script by using the Export Table as SQL function. For exporting table structure as SQL statement, select File and then click Export as SQL item and a dialog appears. For the first step, you can specify the table to be exported. For this demonstration, select the table in range of delivery and work order from Outstanding Table List and click right arrow button. Click Next. You can use the Specify Exported SQL Statement option step to specify the option for exporting SQL statements. Uncheck the option Create Foreign Key and Export Table Data. Click Next. Then, you can specify the path of exported SQL script and click Finish. The system generates the SQL script file and shows it in the working pane. Now, create a target database by using New Project function. You can select File and click New Project item from the System toolbar. You would see a dialog appears. For the first step, enter the project name, Target. Click Next. You can the second step to specify the target database settings. Select the database server type, HSQLDB, and username, SA, without a password. The final step shows the project settings that you provided for your confirmation. Now, click Finish and UXML creates the project and shows it in Project Explorer pane. Then, you can create tables in such target database based on SQL script file that we prepared. Select the project, Target, from the Project Explorer. Then, from the System menu, select Database and then SQL Commander to show the SQL Commander window with the pane for the target database. Click Load on the SQL Commander and a dialog appears for you to choose the SQL script file to be loaded. Select Exported SQL with the Open dialog. Then click Open button and the dialog disappears. The script is loaded in the pane and you can click Execute on the SQL Commander window to execute the SQL statements. A message dialog appears stating that the SQL statements were executed successfully. Select the project target from the Project Explorer pane and select File, then click Refresh Item. Expand the project target in the Project Explorer. You will find that the table asset and all its related tables are created. Or prepare UXML document for the import operation. Select File and click Export as XML item from the System to Export Table as XML dialog. Click either Next or Finish on all step to export the table asset with related tables to the file asset XML. Select the project target and select File and then Import from XML from the System menu to show the Import XML to Database dialog. You use this step to specify a XML file for import step. Click Browse button. Select Asset XML file and click Open button. Click Finish. A dialog appears that states the operation results, such as the errors caused during the process. You can now explore the contents of the table under the project target for confirmation. This is the end of the demonstration. Thanks.